The Cassini probe silently orbited Earth for more than 10 years, sending back images that seemed to breathe the air of the planet and its stars. The mission ended in 2017 with a deliberate intrusion into Earth's atmosphere. However, what if the most disturbing part of Cassini's legacy has not yet been revealed? Scientists used artificial intelligence to reanalyze the data, and the AI, trained to detect hidden anomalies that humans cannot see, discovered thousands of unprocessed images within a powerful neural network. It was not just an unexpected finding. Even the most experienced researchers were stunned. It wasn't something added to the images. It was always there, hidden in plain sight. This isn't science fiction or a technical error. It's the last whisper Cassini sent from a new universe. And now, we finally understand what it was trying to tell us. Cassini's exploration of Saturn was one of the most ambitious missions in the history of space exploration. For more than 13 years, it revealed the complex structure of Saturn's rings, the edge of Enceladus, and methane on Titan. However, its last day was the most carefully planned. It was a final majestic dive that crossed the gap between Saturn and its innermost ring. Before the final impact, Cassini sent an army of high-resolution images back to Earth. At the time, it was thought that these were the last atmospheric and environmental data. They were useful, no doubt, but not revolutionary. The images were archived, classified, and stored in silence. They were a series of images sent by a silent machine without warnings or press conferences. But within those images were hidden pixels that no one had thought to investigate further. And now, a new form of intelligence has entered the picture. It is not biological, it is digital. An artificial intelligence enhanced with quantum technology, developed for scientific space operations, was trained to detect celestial images, patterns, and signals with a resolution far superior to the human eye. This AI was originally designed to reprocess data from the Voyager missions and the James Webb Telescope. However, when the research team accidentally entered Cassini's final archived image, the algorithm stopped. It paused for a moment, and when the analysis was complete, it generated a message from coordinates and vector patterns, not letters. What the AI discovered was not just an image. Cassini was destroyed in Saturn's atmosphere. But the image in question shows the edge of the planet's northern hemisphere, where the symbol of the hexagonal storm spins endlessly at the pole. This hexagon, which is already a mystery in itself, has fascinated scientists for years. But the AI did not focus on the hexagon. It zoomed in on a cluster of shadows near the eye of the storm. Shadows that had gone unnoticed by humans until now. Detailed analysis revealed a repeating fractal pattern. It was a composition that did not match normal atmospheric movements, as if it were a symbol engraved on a lucky bag, a configuration that did not follow the behavior of the atmosphere. At first, researchers thought it was just visual noise, but the same symbol appeared again and again in each frame. What's more, when that pattern was converted into digital code, it matched a structure that had been seen before in radio radiation picked up by Voyager at the edge of the solar system. Coincidence? Scientists no longer think so. This hypothesis raises even more questions. Is this pattern a form of communication from a non-human intelligence, or a trace left behind? It doesn't have to be alive, but it could be a buried signature, hidden in the form of a cloud. Is it encrypted? Why is this message hidden within one of the most chaotic storm systems in the solar system? Why didn't AI detect it for years until it was finally found? Some space scientists speculate that this trace is not just a meteorological phenomenon on Saturn, but evidence of a past encounter, dormant for eons. It is such a complex signal that we have never been able to see it before, and only artificial intelligence can interpret it. If that is true, Cassini may have picked up the most important message in the galaxy and disintegrated without knowing it. After the discovery of the mysterious pattern near Saturn's North Pole, a high-level team trained a machine learning system, originally designed for military signal recognition, not planetary science. with thousands of Cassini images characterized by the hexagonal shape. The system began to identify repetitive patterns of light and shadow that did not correspond to known meteorological phenomena. The AI classified it as non-random, non-natural, and the research team came to a disturbing conclusion. This structure was not a mere visual oddity. It was a cryptographic feature of information. It was more of a message than a weather system. What was even more disturbing was the final report. The AI recognized elements of the pattern that reflected frequency variations similar to those used in global binary communications. That hexagon wasn't just a storm, it was a beacon. Or, in the worst case, a signature. The line between an atmospheric anomaly and an intentional structure became dangerously thin. Cassini didn't just capture a storm, it recorded a latent message hidden in a seemingly normal landscape. When the same AI was instructed to analyze the magnetic field and sound frequency in the hexagonal domain, another mysterious fact emerged. The plasma wave data collected during Cassini's final advance was full of periodic pulses. It wasn't static interference or solar distortion. It was something rhythmic, intentional. The AI converted those pulses into sound waves and fed them into a sonic signature scanner. What it found was not a natural frequency, but a structure extremely similar to what researchers call an encode burst, a sonic fingerprint that changed as Cassini approached the hexagon, unrelated to the planet's cycles. This led to a shocking hypothesis. Whatever was behind the anomalous phenomenon north of Saturn may have reacted to Cassini. It wasn't just a passive detection, but an interaction. Cassini's grand finale was a heroic act. But now, all the data is being reinterpreted in light of this AI. In one of the frames discarded for alleged interference, a subtle change in the reflection of light near the edge of the hexagon can be seen. When stabilization and definition enhancement were applied, what appeared to be a simple wavy cloud now has a geometric shape, a stellar figure, something that does not usually form in atmospheres. Cassini, in its last moments, seems to have captured a shadow of something enormously silent and perfectly camouflaged in the storm. A gigantic structure, hidden in the atmosphere. What was once the stuff of science fiction is now the subject of internal analysis in the astronomical community. What made researchers take this theory seriously was the following. The AI team decided to compare the images and archived records of the Voyager 1 flyby and detected a signal that matched the electromagnetic waves captured when Voyager passed Saturn. At the time, it was classified as an unknown atmospheric anomaly and was buried. With cross-confirmation using AI-enhanced Cassini data, it can no longer be called a coincidence. These are not random patterns. They are repeated signals recorded by two different missions over a span of 40 years, and both point to a disturbing conclusion. Something is out there. Something is intelligent, and something has been hiding. It has been active beneath Saturn's clouds, and only now are we deciphering its traces. Today, we find ourselves on the brink of an uncertain situation. A probe that was not designed to reveal anything more than atmospheric data may have recorded something that shakes the very foundations of our solar knowledge. Cassini's last transmission, reinterpreted by the eyes of artificial intelligence, not only reconstructs our understanding of Saturn, it hints that what we observe may have been observing us from much closer than we imagined. The meaning is still incomprehensible. If this hexagonal shape is not a natural phenomenon, who or what created it? And more importantly, what is its purpose as a means of communication? Is it a forgotten remnant of an ancient civilization? Or is it something that is still active, perfectly hidden amid the chaos and storm? One thing is certain, as scientists silently process the old data, the mission ended in a flash. But its legacy is just beginning to unsettle science. AI didn't just interpret the data. It revealed secrets that had been hidden for decades. And now, the question remains, what else did we miss?